these times we live in, which this movie is so pointed about. So let's start there. So when the notion of this movie came up, exactly where were you? What was it that you were thinking that you would reveal?
Yeah.
Did you have an idea of what would happen?
Yeah, no, because things were happening so quickly. It was such a bizarre year, that election cycle, and the film kind of started when I was just really fascinated with this Hulk Hogan Gawker trial, and I was interested in it before it kind of started taking the kind of radical twists and turns that we saw later. I just thought it was a really interesting kind of battle between freedom of speech on the one hand and privacy on the other hand. And I thought these are two things that I've done, some of my other work has addressed. So I just thought these two ideas were playing themselves out in a really cartoonish way in this courtroom in Florida. But then there was this just staggering verdict, $140 million, which just was eye-popping. And then the revelation that Peter Thiel was funding Hulk Hogan's lawsuit made it a very different kind of story for me. And a story about how money can kind of wield in secret, it can be wielded against a press to kind of thwart and silence critics. And this, of course, was happening on the backdrop of Trump saying, we're going to, pointing at menacingly at the news crews at his rallies and speeches, saying we're going to open up libel laws and sue you like you've never been sued before, and all of that. So all of these things were kind of gurgling and bubbling to the surface, and I just kind of wanted to jump in and capture it.